Hello, hello. Where is Aspira? Where'd he go?
We've been looking for him all day, and
Couldn't find him.
it's our turn to shine here. We're replacing him for today, okay? And I've been ecstatic, I think, for the last few hours because we've got a lot of exciting news to share with everyone, and it's nice to see everyone back on the street. I'm usually on the other side. I have to introduce myself. I'm head of a hustle. Got dear friend here,
Yeah.
and
Welcome to the show.
we're gonna be casting for today.
Yeah, so our dear friend Aspira isn't here today, but you got myself and Paul here. We're both here at Jasco, and now we're also casters. And I know everybody's super excited because today we're going to be revealing like a character card as well as his support.
I mean, I've been fired up. All these reveals every day. It's hard to keep up with it, and to be honest, as a player, I just can't wait for set two. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all. It seems like Jasco Games is teasing me. I'm part of the team. I don't really get an idea of the cards until they get revealed, and I just can't wait.
Oh, is our sound super quiet? I think we gotta move closer to the mic maybe. Can you guys hear us better now? All right. Well, we'll carry on.
Tidal Wave 777. What's up?
It's better. All right. We just gotta hug the mic here. We're here in the same room as you can tell. There we
Espira
go.
actually told us to get this mic.
Yeah, we'll have to have a conversation with him later. All right. So let's get started. Let's talk about some things, some news, community calendar. So here we've got the community calendar. We're halfway through the community calendar, and looks like we're skipping ahead. We're skipping ahead. So let's talk about the upcoming provisional showdown. So our next provisional showdown, obviously, we have the one coming up this weekend, and there is the one that's going to happen March 12th after the provisional showdown this weekend. Registration for that one will open on February 21st at 11 a.m. Eastern. So obviously, the first provisional showdown signed up very quick.
I couldn't get a spot. 30 minutes passed and everything was sold out. And the reality, everyone was pinging me. I
Yeah,
didn't get a spot at the time. Yeah.
yeah, you had to be there, and some people didn't know about the registration. Clearly, at least 128 people did, because those spots went away pretty quick. We did open up more spots for all of you guys that were waiting, and so we're up to 256. And we're going to see how quickly this one sells out as well. So registration for the provisional showdown opens up February 21st, 11 a.m. Eastern. Get ready for it. We'll
I'm
share the
really
link,
excited for this.
that Monday morning. All right. What we have next, Oliver. So Oliver is our. If you guys
Yeah.
hear us talk about Oliver, he's
I
the
mean, let's introduce him properly.
he's the tech. He's the guy behind the scenes.
He makes the magic happen.
He does. He is Oliver. I mean, if something happens bad, then we can blame him as well. So
Yeah.
clearly. So here we go. Playmat. So if you're going to play in the provisional showdown, you may have seen that we're going to have playmats for the runner-up and the winner. So we've got here the runner-up contender playmat. Doesn't that look sick?
I'm pretty mind blown here. This is pretty epic,
And there you go. That's victory.
And I've seen a few of the Jasco playmats before. Feels like this one is just next level. So I'm excited for this. I mean, that's a reason to play.
Yeah, and look, if you're the number one winner of the provisional showdown after taking down 255 opponents, you will walk away with your very own one of a kind victory provisional showdown mat. Ain't that a thing?
How many are getting produced? Like one of a kind.
One of a kind for each provisional showdown.
Okay.
But it'll be one of a kind until there's a next provisional showdown. Only one will have one.
So I can go meet Linoko face to face.
Yeah, once he wins.
Once he wins. Okay, let's see. I
Exactly.
was about to say I may win.
Oh,
Okay,
true.
and show this off, and no one else will
Well,
have
you're not registered.
it for the next one.
The next one, that's true.
Yes, yes.
You guys could be the only two that have it. All right. What else we got, Oliver? What else you got for us? Yeah, big news on Jiro this week. Uh, we've been testing Jiro out on the webcam play. Obviously, there's a little bit of complication when it comes to her enhance and look at the top two cards of the deck. We had it as a reveal for the first few weeks. We're testing it out, and we heard the community loud and clear. This will make Jiro, I think, play a little bit closer to her original intended gameplay in real life. So the person that's playing Jiro, when you do your enhance, your opponent will be revealing the top two cards of their deck, but you will be able to look at the top two cards of your deck and replace them in any order. I think we made a post about this online. It's in our rule book. Check it out. The people are getting impatient. What else you got for us, Oliver?
Symbiotic Carnage. I totally feel you.
Yeah.
Give me the character.
What's going on, Oliver? Let's go. Oh yeah, one more rule change. One more rule change. Plug in. Same thing. So if you're gonna look at the top card of your own deck, you can look at it. You don't have to reveal it. If you look at the top card of your opponent's deck, we'll still reveal it. That's it. Let's go.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Tetsu.
We go.
Tetsu. All right, take your screenshots. Do what you got to do. Let me pull it up. Make it bigger on our screen here. I mean, wow. Read it. We have a new challenger, Class 1B. Tetsu. Cork. Steel. Enhance. Discard one card. Your attack gets +4 damage. Enhance. Once per turn, if you have 0 cards in your hand, reduce this attack's damage to 1.
Wow.
And finally, response. After you take damage from an unblocked attack, add 1 card from your stage to your hand.
Wow.
Woo!
My God.
I'm
like digesting this because
he's so manly.
I did not see this before. First thing I'm thinking of is Deku for some reason.
Yeah, we saw discard 1 card, get +1 speed, +3 damage, and here we got +4 damage. That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, it almost feels like maybe a full calling. Playing it with it could be an interesting opportunity. Where the draw 3 doesn't have a cost.
Exactly. And even if you don't draw your 3, you're going into your opponent's next turn and you don't have a block, it doesn't matter. Once per turn, your second enhance says, hey, your attack, your reciprocal burst will do 1 damage. Your Gale Force Punch, come at me. I am Tetsu. You can hit me once and I'll only take 1 damage. Let's go over the symbols. Earth, Good, and Void. He's a 5-hander with 32 health. We got a beefy boy over here. And
You know what? I think maybe even passing the torch. Could be an interesting one. I play that often, and I think it would be very synergistic to play it a lot.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting because you obviously are just kind of playing a solid offense, go all out on your turn, discard your card, go in, but you also have good defense on your opponent's turn because you might not need to have 2 or 3 blocks because in your opponent's turn, there's going to be at least one of them that you're going to say, and they're going to say, no, I blocked my cards now, and now I just want you to reduce that attack to 1. And so, it'll be interesting for counterplay as well as your opponent. They might say, hey, if I have a big attack, I need to be ready to burn through his blocks, or maybe I don't want to burn through the blocks because I want him to go and block my big attack. Lots of possibilities.
Very, very interesting.
And his response, after you take damage from an unblocked attack, 1 card from your stage of your hand. So, not only do I get to tell you can't play that attack anymore because I'm going to block you, I can add a card from my stage to my hand to say, I have another block coming up. So, solid offense and solid defense. What else can you ask for? Maybe a foundation.
Maybe a foundation.
Yeah. Let's go take a look at the foundation.
I'm just looking at the chat quickly. What is every? Oh, here we go. Faulty power feels that energy.
So we got our second card right here. We got up. Let's take a look. Manly Friendship. Go to 1 difficulty, 3 mid block, 5 check. Ally. Enhance. Once per turn. This attack gets +1 or -1 damage. Solid.
Very cool. I have to say the art. We can talk about kind of the game dynamics
That's
here,
true.
but like the art is pretty epic.
Look at them.
And
Look at
I'm
them
seeing in the
boys.
chat some Kirishima talk over there, and I did talk to you about this previously, but it's a pretty well done art piece here. Want to just give a big shout out to the Jasco Games design team. This is really great. You look at all these trading card games, and I have to say, we just have like beautiful art with this anime IP, and
We're certainly
I'm
lucky.
really excited to see the next sets coming up and new characters coming up because there's just so many possibilities.
Yeah, imagine an alt art version of this card. Where they're kind of embracing each other. Now they're just giving each other the good old kind of firm handshake there. But I want to see a manly friendship where they're hugging it out. That'd be fun. How about the card? Once per turn, +1 damage, -1 damage.
And
Solid.
allows Tetsu to reduce an attack to 0 as well.
That is true. That is true. And you got 4 of those on board. Come on, you know, +1,
Yeah,
+1, +1,
yeah,
-1, minus. That's gonna be
it
good.
adds up.
It adds up. It adds up. Well, there you have it, players.
Yeah,
MHACG fans, you guys waited. You guys were patient. You guys went on stream. You guys are the first ones to find out
I
about the new
love that.
cards.
Big energy here today.
Big energy indeed. All right, Oliver. What do we got next? I think we had the card reveal. So I think what we have next before we jump into Webcam Wednesday weekly gameplay starting is we're gonna have an interview.
Wow.
Interviewing our friend Slem.
Uh, Slemjem has been killing it. If you guys don't know, he's on every Monday for Market Mondays. This guy is a lot of energy, more energy than most of our community. He's nonstop, all of this, and he's hyping the game. I have to say, he's hyped up on the collectability of the game. I know a lot of people here on the chat are the players. We love the players, but he's almost like a business guy. He sees the value beyond that, and I think I've got a few lessons to learn from him.
Certainly. He's been, I mean, the dude has a lot of energy, that's for sure. And dropping that knowledge on his Market Mondays, talking to us about, the price of certain cards, which cards to look out for, how the meta affects the price of certain cards. And, I gotta say, if you've watched him and paid attention to him every single week, and you've actually did what he said he's been saying, a lot of the things he said have come true. He has.
Give me an example because I've looked at the TCG player data and it's amazing to see how you guys are actually impacting the prices on TCG player. We're seeing a lot of these weekly events
We have.
show up. You see different types of cards winning those events. And the next day, 2 days later, a week later, we're seeing, TCG data change completely. And what I usually do, guys, I just go on TCG player, go on the My Hero Academia collectible card game, look at, the highest rated cards and kind of the most expensive cards. And then I kind of correlate it to just the gameplay and the meta. So I'm excited for this. Where's Slemjem?
Where is Slemjem? That's the question. First a Spiro and now Slem. Pinging a Slemmy Jemmy.
The next thing is
Hold on. We got some technical difficulties here. Let me take a look at Slemjem here. He's telling me permissions are denied. Oliver, what's going on?
we should have that sound effect you were talking about.
Yeah.
Every
that's
time
true.
Oliver like messes up, should be like a boo.
Well, he
Like
has to press the button.
Oh, he has to press the okay.
Yeah, maybe
So maybe we'll just
we'll
buy this
have
like
the button here.
the
Yeah,
button.
that's
Okay.
exactly right.
Yeah. Craft 864. What's your question for Slim Jam? Let's make it happen here.
Okay, well, if we can't get Slam, you be Slam, I'll be me.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Or maybe just get Oliver on the line.
Let's get hold the phone. All right, Oliver the tech has told me he's working on it with him via Discord, and for all of us to be patient. So we'll let them sort it out. Hopefully, we get Slim Gem here onto the stream soon.
Let's go back to. Here we go.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I think I need to unlock the audio for him for us to hear him. Give me a quick
You
second.
know what? Maybe we'll have an Eminem song as his entry.
Dude.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, we can't afford those royalty rights, but
just yet.
just imagine it.
Can you guys
What's
hear
up,
me?
Slim?
Hey, pretty good, pretty good. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you just fine. Can you hear us?
Sweet. How are you guys doing?
Not too bad.
We're
Not
doing
too
great.
bad.
We miss his Fiore here, but we're glad to be speaking.
Yeah, me too, me too. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Slim, for the folks that don't know you out there, give us the background. Obviously, we were hyping you up earlier, but let the people hear it from you.
Yeah, no, I heard you guys. I'm full of energy, so now I feel like if I not moving it or something, I'm going down. No, but my name's Adam Slemmer. I go by Slemjem on Discord, anything Twitch. You can call me whichever you like. And yeah, I've been collecting cards for a lot of years. I've been collecting comic books for a lot longer. And UVS and MHA caught my attention literally the day it came out. My LGS had it, and I'm like, what is that? They're like, oh, we're doing a card game. They're doing a card game for the MHA franchise, and I'm like, no way. All right, so I get my dual deck, start learning all the rules and all that, and I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. So I booted a booster box, opened it just a night with my friends, and opened up very first booster box. Opened up 5% full cowling, the XR version, and I was like, oh, this is a pretty cool looking card. Let's look it up and see what's going on with this game right now. And then it's like, oh, this is the most expensive card in this set right now. And I'm like, whoa, what just happened? Like, I was just trying to have some fun, and then all this is happening. And yeah, so I kind of just got hooked at that point. I was just like, wow, this game, it just came out of nowhere, and already it has potential in the realm of collecting. So went ahead and got that card graded, as well as a couple other cards, and man, I don't know, I just fell in love. I love it. It's very, as Head of Hustle was saying earlier, artistically, visually appealing to collect as well, especially the cards and the foiling. So overall, I just thought it was super cool game. That's kind of a little bit about me. But again, started with comic books, got into trading cards, and this is where I am now. So,
Awesome, Slim. Well, we're really glad that you're in the community.
thank you.
And tell us a little bit about your show, Market Monday. How
No
did
problem.
that come about?
So, Market Monday came about. I was really like in. I was open up a little bit, not too crazy. I was just in a pretty weird spot last year in my life, so I kind of took a break from streaming, and I was really like, man, I want to get back into streaming, and through a lot of personal experience in my life, I really was like, I follow the market, and it's such a niche market on top of that I wanted to be like, okay, I want to cover this because no one's really covering this niche market. And whether or not most of the community has that kind of outlook on the game, I really wanted to be like, even if it's only 5 people that care about that kind of thing, you know what? I want to talk to them. I want to hang out with them. I want to discuss with them what they think on the collectible thing. So, yeah, I reached out, and it got suggested to me also to be like, hey, maybe host a little market show on Twitch. And I was just all for it. I was like, yeah, let's do this. So started doing a little bit more research on the cards and everything. And just last week, I had my first guest, Neo Koros, and just having a blast with it. It really just came about because there's always a different realm to every card game that's out there, and the collector side of things isn't necessarily as popular. And I just kind of wanted to cover that, and anyone else that has those feelings where they're like, hey, what potential does this have for me in the future as an investment piece, maybe? I wanted to help them out and cover that. So that's kind of why it came about. I just wanted to help people out in that general area.
Yeah. So this is pretty epic, and I missed your segment on Monday, but tell us more about kind of the latest and greatest. What are you covering? What are you excited about?
Give us some predictions. Give us
Let's
the
go.
hot takes.
Gosh. Okay, well,
You have to fight in blood, though.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, literally I called it out 2 weeks ago. And last week I was talking about it too. 5% full cowling, I think is going to be a very powerful card in Crimson Rampage. And especially with this Tetsu reveal that you just did, if people don't have that card, I mean, that's the most obvious card to me that's going to just get the ball rolling. That card is going to work very well with the new Midoriya or Deku that's out. And I think it's going to work really well with Tetsu, actually, because you can either decide to have no cards in your hand, or you can refill your hand a little bit and have a nice, comfortable block, but still deliver a powerful attack. It is, I believe, a 4 high and a 6 damage attack, so it's not a weak attack by any means. And I think even though you're discarding your hand with Tetsu, I mean, making that card a 4/10 for basically free, because then you can draw 3 more cards. I think you're just going to see a lot of powerful play on it. Not to mention it's a secret rare and it's a little harder to come by. So I really do believe that card right now has the highest potential for growth in the future, and just with the cards currently released, not including what will be released in the future.
But yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I think we've already seen some of the prices go up on
And
on the
and
5%.
and I think the chat agrees with you. You look at Shin Ransma, Tidal Wave. We need to learn from you. That's the reality. I'm seeing a lot of OG names being thrown out there. We're new. We need to learn. But Slemjem, totally agree with you on the 5% cowling.
Slim, how are you? You're talking about some of the reveals. How are you
Yeah.
liking the reveals so far? Anything that caught your attention? Anybody
Yeah.
you're like, I gotta play that guy or girl?
Yeah, actually, and I just talked about it with the 5%. I play Eraserhead and All Might 3. Those are my 2 go-to decks. And I'm gonna just switch to the new Deku from Crimson Rampage for my punch deck that I got going on, and sideboard All Might 3. So that's basically what I'm going for. I think that's the most powerful card. That is just me because those are the decks I play, so I'm biased. I know other people think there are better cards than him right now, which it is what it is. We'll see what happens when the tournaments come around.
Well, speaking of tournaments coming around, Slab,
Yeah.
you all signed up? You ready? You practiced for the provisionals? How you do it?
Oh, how do I practice? Oh, you have no idea. I don't practice. I just wing it. No. I have played a couple games, but even for that top 8 tournament, I had minimal practice. I've played a lot of Magic the Gathering, so Eraserhead and control decks just come natural to me. That's what I play in that. So it was just very natural for me. So I guess you could say I kind of practice playing different card games, so I can also get that response reactions. Like that's where I'm getting those triggers. I'm like, okay, I need to predict for this in the future. I need to predict for that. And I think that's honestly where a lot of it comes from. And then playing online with other people, I do a lot of solo games at night. I don't really do it in the Discord channel, but I just video cam people. And so I get about at least 1 game in every other day, I'd say. At least a 3-round game in every other day. But I'm not going to say I'm an expert at this game by any means, because from this provisional
should I dare
tournament,
ask?
you're going to see it.
Should I dare ask? Is Eraserhead our deck for this next event?
No, it's not. I'm gonna be playing All Might 3. I played Eraserhead and I like them. That deck is better than my All Might 3 deck, but I just feel like for the first provisional tournament, I should really rock the main man himself, All Might, and
Wow,
just represent
Lots of
it. So
respect.
I'm just going.
That's
Is
some
it
love
is it the one you opened up on stream? That's the one you're gonna play?
with the judge card.
I have Disco Might, so I don't know which one I'm using yet.
It's a tough choice.
It is. It's a tough choice. I personally want to use the Judge though, but I've had a couple people like, you may as well just play the Disco, man. But I'll probably play the Judge because I like that artwork better overall. So.
All right.
Very nice.
What should people look for as they play the provisionals with regards to, the price, how this might affect the price of cards, and how the popular characters, popular cards. What
How are you looking at it?
exactly? How are
How
you?
am
That's
I?
a great
Oh,
question.
how am I looking at the price? Oh man, I'll put it this way right now. I don't think the prices of cards are going to necessarily fluctuate drastically. Being as we are only looking at one set of cards right now. I do think the winners, the top 8 decks especially, people are going to start picking up those cards because there are people who try a little harder at the game, the nice way to put it, than other people, and want only top tier decks. So those people who can afford that kind of deck, you're going to see those prices go up in those cards. So it will affect the market currently. I don't think necessarily drastically, but I do think the immediate response once the deck lists are posted are going to be kind of people buying up what they can on TCG Player and trades from locals. Other than that, I think Crimson Rampage is going to be the real decider. Honestly, on the prices of fluctuations of cards, because when you're adding in so many new different deck combinations, that is really when you see what cards are the top tier, higher price cards, and what cards are kind of like, okay, this was good, but it was the only option we had. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, totally. Slam. I think we're right around the time that we're about to start here. So,
Yep.
uh, what you got for us? What can the people look forward to seeing you next? Obviously, we shouted out your Market Mondays. You got anything you'd like to tell the people
Who?
at home?
Yeah, who's the next guest? I'm still waiting for the invite, Slam. So,
Oh man, who's the next guest? Actually, okay. So next week, Espira reached out as well. So I think Espira's next week. Head of Hustle, I got you the week after. Uh, promise you're gonna be there. As far as my content goes, you're gonna see me there every Monday for the next couple Mondays. And I appreciate everyone that comes out. And even if you're not really interested in the market, it's nice when you're just learning about some cards because I don't only talk about the price of cards. So, and I do giveaways. I'm doing a first edition rival deck giveaway at the end of next Monday's stream. So tune in for that if you
uh,
want to have a chance at that.
I mean, that's gonna go up in value as well.
Oh, 100%. Trust me. 100%. So, yep.
Lovely. Well, Slam, thank you so much for joining us today. Super super exciting stuff that you always bring to the community. We're really glad that you do what you do, and you bring a great energy with you. So thank you for that.
Thank you. I really appreciate you having me and enjoy the webcam weekly.
Awesome,
Yep.
Slam.
Yep.
What was Slemjem? What a great guy.
Yeah, and I think you made a really great comment that as you have more cards that are getting released, as you have more sets getting released, the value of these original cards, do they're already expensive now. I'm seeing a few cards for a few $100s as well. You're gonna see them actually just increase in value, and I think Shin Guy said it perfectly in that comment, where you know will want to jump on that booster box set one, and it will just be out of print. And Lon, I know you've been stacking them up, behind us, but that's the reality of it, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Well, guys, if you guys want more content with regards to the price of cards, market, or just tune into a cool guy in general, check out Slemjem
Yep, every
Monday.
Monday.
Check out the community calendar to understand when he's going live. I think it's like 4 p.m. EST,
Yep,
PST. Not quite sure. One of those.
we're in PST, so
Oh, there you go. Hold on. Oliver's got us. He's got us covered.
I think we need a second button for Oliver when he does
yeah, well, he does good. It's like
dazzles
applause.
us. Yeah.
We need an applause button. So
Yes.
good job, Oliver. Thank you. So here we go. 3 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. EST. You can find Slemjem then. We're gonna go on a quick break.
Yep.
We'll come back with some gameplay.
Let's do it.
The webcam
Let's
Wednesday.
get started.
These are the final games. For a lot of I think a lot of people for the provisional. So I hope people bring up their.
I think people are
provisional decks,
practicing.
yeah.
We're gonna see the real game here, and I wonder if we're gonna see their actual decks that they're gonna be playing, or it's just
It's a good question.
psychology here. I know we've got some loyal players that are here every day, and I'm still wondering what decks they'll be bringing. Yeah.
Yeah, It's a great question. Do you take this opportunity to bring out your provisional deck, or do you want to keep that for
You
for
you
Sunday,
challenge your
Saturday?
opponent. You play mind games here.
Yeah. Maybe you're still testing stuff. Maybe you're bringing out some spicy text that you haven't brought in before just to see. Maybe you bring it, maybe you don't. You still have some time to submit your deck lists.
Sure.
All right, Oliver, take us to commercial break. We'll be right back with some MHA CCG gameplay content.
Let's go.
Let's go.